They have given us two sides. Area of a triangle is given, and they're asking us to calculate the value of x. Now, first thing is we can revise the formula, and then we will move forward with how we have to do it. So for area of a triangle, we always look for an angle and the side consisting that angle. So if you look at this diagram, the one which is given in the question, it is clear that they have given us these two sides and the angle which is there in between these two sides. The sides are given in the form of x, and that is what they are asking us, but they have given us area. So we are in a good position to create equation at least. So let us create an equation and see how we can solve it. So the formula was half AB sine C, where A, B, C are all indicative. Okay, like these are just indicative letters. Please don't get confused in this. Okay, as per this, if you want to write in literal terms, then it will be half AC sine B. The reason is they have given angle B, but no one should get confused in this ABC thing. You have to just see that there has to be two sides and an angle in between those. So half 2x minus 1 x plus 3 sine 45 is equal to 6 root 2. Now the value of sine 45, if you want, you can put it in the calculator, you will get it. It will come out to be root 2 over 2. Okay, the value of sine 45 can also be written as 1 over root 2, but we are going to use root 2 over 2. Okay, that you can get in calculator, you need not learn it. So I will replace this sine 45 by that, and then I will rearrange the terms, and it is just an equation after that. So still I'm not opening these two brackets. I'll do it in the end. Sine 45 will be root 2 over 2, and that 2 and this 2 will become 4 because they are all in product. So the denominators will be multiplied, and I have 6 root 2 on the other side. Then this root 2 over 4 goes on the other side. They will be reciprocal. Because of that, I will get 2x minus 1 x plus 3 is equal to 6 root 2 times 4 over root 2. The reason for showing these steps is that if you get stuck in any of the step, you should just have the whole thing, but you can cut short this step, okay? You can just skip it and directly write the next step, which I'll be writing now. Root 2 got cancelled. I have 24 over here, and now it is time to expand the bracket. So it will be 2x squared plus 6x minus 1x minus 3 is equal to 24. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 minus 24 will be minus 27 is equal to 0. Now this quadratic we can solve using formula, because if you look in the question, whenever they say, no, give your answer correct to 3 significant figures, it means that answer has to be in some decimal. It means never try to solve this quadratic by using factorizing or any other method. Just directly go with the formula. You can even put that in the calculator and get the answer if you know how to do it. Okay. Or else you can use that x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. The answer. Now this x is a side. Okay. So x have to be such so that this value should not be negative. This side should not be negative. Okay. So I will just mainly consider such a value of x so that I may not get any of the negative side. So that's why we usually take positive value over here, but we should always check that. So if I go forward from here, it will be minus 5 plus minus 25. Now, if you plug everything in the calculator, then what answer we are getting for this term, I'll just calculate and tell you. It is 25 minus 4 times 2 times minus 27. This is altogether 241. And if I take the square root of that 241, I will be getting 15.52. So this whole thing is 15.52 divided by 4. Now, if I take a negative value, then minus 5 minus 15.52. And that will be divided by 4 will give me negative 5.13. If I take the positive value, so with positive value, I'll take 15.52 minus 5 divided by 4. It is coming out as 2.63. These are the two answers which we are getting from solving that. Okay. It is assumed over here that you guys know how to solve quadratic using this formula. Okay. If anyone is not getting it, you can ask me. I'll explain again. But this is a calculation part, mostly by calculator only. We'll go.
So do I write the negative or write the positive?
No. That's what I'm saying. That we'll go back and we'll see over here that if I put x is equal to negative 5 point something, so this side will become negative, which is not possible for a triangle to have a negative side. So that is a enough reason for us to reject this value. So finally, my answer for x will be 2.63. They were asking answer in 3 significant figures. So my answer is 2.63. That's it.
Okay.
trapezium carefully, look at what all sides they have given. From the given values, I can just say that if I drop down the same perpendicular over here, same as this dotted line, this line will also be 6. Okay. And to get this angle, I need to have this base also. Now to get this base, I have to work out this base. And for this base, which I have marked with green, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So your question will begin from Pythagoras theorem. Let's say this is A. So 7.5 square is equal to A square plus 6 square. Anyone can tell me the value for this? Just solve it, take the square root and get A value. Yes, Fred.
That's the thing before square root. When you do square root, it's 4.5.
After square root, it is 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we get A, then look at the whole thing. Okay, in between this length, which I am marking with purple, is 10. Okay, that A value we have obtained. So overall it is 24. So the remaining will be 24 minus 10 minus 4.5. 24 minus 10 is 14. 14 minus 4.5 is 9.5. So I will get this as 9.5. Now I will work in the right hand side triangle where I need to find that angle. Okay, and as per Sokratova, what should I use? Anyone can tell me?
Tan.
Tan, good. Fatima and Isha, you guys are clear with that? It has to be tan theta. Because we have opposite, we have adjacent. So I'll write tan theta is equal to 6 over 9.5. Theta is equal to tan inverse of 6 over 9.5. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. What is the answer?
32.3.
Okay. Fatima and Isha, are you guys getting the same answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at this question. I am skipping few questions in between. Okay. You guys have to practice that on your own. We will be just covering few different varieties of question. Okay. We have roughly 20 minutes, so we'll try to cover minimum 4 to 5 more questions. Here are two right angle triangles. These are two right angle triangles. And given that tan E is equal to tan F. If you write the value of tan E, it is x over 4x minus 1. Write the value for tan F, it is 6x plus 5 over 12x plus 31. And then you have to do the cross multiplication. There will be a quadratic. And that quadratic you have to solve. Okay. I will be solving till quadratic. You guys can carry on with me. Okay. And then we will leave the question and move on to the next. That solving part will leave. You have to send the terms in cross direction. And
okay,
we will finally get this equation. Okay. Just look at these steps. Maybe you'll understand. After this also, if it is not clear, I'll explain again. Okay. Why we are doing this? So that we can get a single equation which we can solve. Most probably looking at this, I'm getting a feel that it will be a quadratic. While practicing, you should also try to think like this. When we multiply on the left hand side, it will be 12x square plus 31x. On the right hand side, it is 24x square plus 20x minus 6x minus 5. Okay, till here, anyone have any doubt? Just let me know if it is clear. I'll move on to the next step then. So now we generally make sure that the coefficient of x square stays positive. So that's why this 12x is sent on the other side. So I'll still keep this 31x over here. 12 goes on the other side. 24 minus 12 is 12x square. 20 minus 6 is 14x minus 5. And my main target is to create an equation to send everything on one side. On one side, we'll keep 0. So finally, it will be 12x square plus 14 minus 31 plus 14x minus 31x. This step is optional. You can skip it and write direct answer if you can do it. And that will be equal to 0. Now, if anyone is having doubt that why we are not putting 0 on the left, it really doesn't matter. Okay, we are used through of writing equation in this form. Whether you write in the left also, then also it will be the same. But since we are used through of writing on the right, we prefer writing equal to 0 on the right. So 31x is sent on the other side. It became minus 31. And rest all terms were on the same side. Now finally we'll simplify 12x square. 14 minus 31. So it will be minus 17x minus 5 is equal to 0. your first try should always be by factorizing the quadratic and getting x value. In case if in a question it is given that give your answer up to 2 decimal place or 3 significant figure, then that is like a hint that it will not be factorized. So you should directly go with the formula method. In this question, nothing is given. So we can actually solve the quadratic using factorization method. It will be 12x square minus 12x minus 5x minus 5 is equal to 0. How I got that? So I can see that 12 and 5 are two numbers. I will literally not multiply them because eventually I need to make factors. I'll directly check whether with 12 and 5 I'm getting 17. Answer is yes. If I do minus 12 minus 5, I'm getting minus 17. So that's why I'm just going ahead with this. From the first two terms, I'll take 12x common. It will be x minus 1. From the next two terms, I'll take minus 5 common. X, you're not getting any answer from here because here I'm getting x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so might be possible that 12 and 5 are not factors. I will further break this 12 and I'll try for any other combination. So 12 factors are 2, 2s are 4, 3s are 12 and 5. So 5 2s are 10, 2s are 20 and 3 will also give me 17. I hope that you guys are clear that why this is wrong. Like, look, you can see that I have done a mistake. Okay, like that you can also do a mistake in exam. How will it check your mistake? You can see that these two brackets are wrong. Like they're not same. They should be same. If they're not same means we have done something wrong. Possibly 12 and 5 are not possible numbers we should move forward with. So I'll just show you the steps over here. I have already identified that the new possible number will be 20 and 3.
Okay.
How I got that? There's no rule for it. We have to check using these factors. And we have to just make sure that we should get minus 17. Yes, Phil, do you have any doubt?
No, I was about to say the factors.
Okay, so just hold on, let me write it. So 12x square, we need minus 17. So for that, I'll write minus 20x plus 3x minus 5. Okay, this time I think we should go fine. So from the first two terms, I'll take 4x common. So it will be 3x minus 5. Then from the next two terms, nothing is common. So I'll just write 1 and I'll write 3x minus 5. Please be very clear with this thing that these two brackets should be same. If not, then you can see over here, I'm not erasing it. Okay, in exam, this can happen. It is absolutely fine. It will just take 1.5 minutes extra. But if you are aware, you will not end up doing it wrong. So I will be getting, so 4x plus 1, 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. We are still not done over here. We have to equate them with 0, both of them, because we are trying to find x value. So from the first one, x is minus 1 by 4. Second one is 5 by 3. Now here I have solved all the working. We need to find the value of x. X is a side. Okay, x is a side, so you have to understand on your own that x is equal to minus 1 by 4 is not possible. So reject it by stating the reason that since x is a side of a triangle, minus 1 by 4 is not possible. Hence, the correct value of x is 5 by 3. Or even if you write 1.66 or 67, it's fine.
80 degrees and 5.6.
Sine 80 over 5.65. Okay, so fifth, what should we do now? How to solve it?
Put 4.9 times sine 80
Correct.
divided by 5.65.
Yes, so 4.9 times sine 80 divided by 5.65. And then whatever we get, we'll just take the inverse for that. Isha, are you clear with it?
Yeah.
And Fatima, any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Divide by 5.65 and we'll take sine inverse.
0.85.
Isha, just change the mode. It should be in, acha, 0.85 is right. You have to take sine inverse of that finally.
It's 58.6.
58.66 is what I'm moving forward with as of now. Okay. Now, okay, let's take 58.7. 6 can be rounded off to 7. Now we got this angle. Look in the diagram carefully. So we can get the other angle also. Okay. So that will be 180 minus 58.7. That is 121.3. Now we are in the right hand side triangle. Okay. In the right hand side triangle, I will be using A. I can get alpha. Even I can get alpha directly. Okay. So to get alpha, I will
A
add
is
25 and minus 180. Yes. Yes, Viv, what you are getting?
33.7.
33.7 is right. We have all three angles, and then we have got this side also, so we can get x value. Once we are done with x value, we can use half AB sine C, and it will be area of triangle then. Okay, so let us quickly get x value that I'm doing with brown color at the bottom. So it will be sine 121.3 over x. In fact, I can write like this. We can write the other way also. I'll write x over sine 121.3 is equal to A. A value is 5.65 over sine 33.7. So 5.65 times sine 121.3 divided by sine 33.7 is 8.7. Okay, so the value of x came out to be 8.7. As I got x value, I have a value. I can use area of triangle. It will be half. A value is 5.65. X value is 8.7. And then sine of angle between them 25. Okay, you can solve it and get the answer. That is the final step. Okay, so this is how you have to learn to divide the whole question into parts, and then possibly it should be okay.
Answer is then 0.38.
Okay. So in today's lecture, we have covered almost all types of questions. Okay, there are definitely more questions which you guys can practice. So from this worksheet, at least try to solve till question number 18. Okay, try to solve till question number 18 before our next lecture. Okay, and in our next lecture, we can move on with transformation. We'll definitely revisit every chapter multiple number of times. Right now, we are moving on to another chapter because we are conceptually done. We have practiced enough questions. So the remaining questions, you guys should do it and try to practice from the beginning. Then only we can ensure that you are doing good in the topic. Otherwise, with time, these will fade out. Okay, so it will be like once again after 3-4 months, we have to start from zero.